What's up, guys? How's it going? If you don't know me, my name's Ryan Potter, and I am an entrepreneur in the real estate industry. So what that means is I help people buy houses, sell houses, and if you're interested in building, I can also help you with that as well. What I wanted to do today is create a video for you to kind of educate you on things to think about when you're out there looking for a real estate agent to represent you and protect you. So first things first, we always hear people talk about referrals, right? They're like, hey, my friend Joe, he used this realtor and he was really good, and they go on and on and on and on. And sometimes you call that person and use them, and other times you're like, well, that's great, but Joe might not be the best person for me. Here's my point. Referrals are great, but what happens if they don't connect with you? What happens if you don't really relate well with them? What happens if you get down and you have your first meeting with them and you're like, wow, that guy is weird. Then you kind of feel obligated still to use them, right? It's kind of that awkward, weird situation that you're in. And sometimes you continue to use them, and other times you're like, yeah, no, forget that. I'm going to go with somebody else, right? So referrals don't always work. So yes, referrals are great. And yes, we as real estate agents love referrals, especially coming from previous clients and whatever. But we also realize that there's times where that isn't always the best fit for the both of us. So sometimes it's not a great fit for me as a realtor, other times it's not a great fit for the client as well. So I wanted to make that clear. So when you're interviewing other clients and when you're interviewing other agents, it's also important to think about just the importance of, okay, is this going to be the best fit for me and them and for us and for what we're looking to try to do? Do they have the experience? So I'll move into my next one. You need to be thinking about, does this real estate agent have experience? If they've only done 1 or 2 transactions, probably might not be the best person to go with, right? Now I understand there's times where you're like, well, it's my friend Joe's daughter, and she just got in the industry and we want to give her a chance. That's great. I hope she's on a team. I hope she gets guidance, and I hope that she knows what she's doing. But I would also say that you want somebody that has experience. You want somebody that has been in the game a little bit, that's gone through some transactions, that knows how to handle some of those difficult transactions when those things do pop up and come along. So the questions that you need to be asking your realtor with those experiences is, hey, tell me about a time when things didn't go as smooth as planned. How did you relate with the other realtor? How did you relate with the sellers or the buyers? How did you handle those difficult situations? Was there something that came up in an inspection that wasn't something that everybody was thinking would come up? So how did you deal with that? Ask those types of questions so that they can answer those for you, and you'll get an idea of if they've had enough experience. Another thing is ask them how many transactions they've done, what they've done in volume this year. All that kind of stuff is great to know. Again, that moves into the next thing with knowledge. How knowledgeable is your real estate agent? Are they someone that knows the area? Do they know the subdivision? Do they know exactly what the houses are going for and what they're being appraised for? And if there's been any problems in the area, such as flood issues, or they're in a floodplain or a flood zone, all those things will make up a good agent if they know those things, right? So you want your agent to be knowledgeable. You also want your agent to be relatable. Are they relatable? Do they get along with other clients? Do they get along with other realtors? Do they get along with other people that they do business with? Not even necessarily in the real estate business, but you want to know, do they get along with those people? Are they reliable, and are they trustworthy? Are they someone that like me, where integrity is one of my main characteristics and that I try to exemplify in my daily life? Are they a person that's going to walk in integrity and do the right thing, even if that means they might lose a deal by doing that? For me, I'm willing to lose that deal if I know what I'm doing is the right thing to do. And so if I know what's best in the interest of my clients, and I'm protecting them and I'm representing them, and that's the best thing to do, then that's what we do. But there's some agents out there that it's all about a transaction. It's all about a transaction. They just want to get the transaction done, but they're not looking out for the best interests of their clients, and that's what we're getting paid to do as realtors. So make sure that your realtor is in it for you and they're not in it just for them. And then my last thing is something that I take pride in and that I love to do, and that's educate my clients and to have fun with my clients. I understand that buying a house, selling a house, or building a house can be one of the most stressful, frustrating times, overwhelming times of anyone's life. You're making a big investment. And so with that, I want to educate you on why is it important to invest in real estate? What are the pros and cons that you're going to get from buying, selling, or building your home in this area, in this subdivision, with these other houses around you? What benefits are you going to get? What can you resell for in the future based off of what we've seen in the past 5 or 6 years? Those types of things are important to know, and hopefully are something that you want to be educated on as you go through that process. And then the last thing is make it fun. You know, like I said, it can be stressful, it can be overwhelming, and you can at times begin to start getting depressed or sad or whatever because of the process, whether that's taking too long or things that have come up. But ultimately, you're spending a lot of money, and when you spend a lot of money, it should be fun. It shouldn't be depressing, it shouldn't be frustrating, it shouldn't be overwhelming. So we want to make that process fun for you. So that is why you need to know what type of agent is going to represent you and what type of agent is going to protect you. And hopefully that person is me. And I look forward to sitting down with you and having some coffee and some lunch and going through some of these things and how I can benefit you by using me as your realtor and by investing in real estate. Thanks for this opportunity. I look forward to hearing from you. And don't forget to look me up on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and LinkedIn as well. And then I'm also available on Snapchat for you millennials out there. So anyways, love you guys. Thanks. Have a great day. We'll talk to you soon.